You know what? Let's actually do that. Let's make a damn video. Okay. I like the fact that we worked out the description right away. You know? It's just less busy time for later. Alright. Get them units built. We'll need a couple, as we saw. They do just die, like any other unit. Mass drives don't give a crap about shields. True, but these ones do not penetrate shields. It's hard. It's important to remember that Starfighter balance relies so much on shields that I cannot just make these penetrate shields like that. I mean, we can obviously, but that would be horrendously overpowered. That would be horrendously overpowered. All right, let's do another test, ladies and gentlemen. For the folks on YouTube, hi. I am still the same Dutchman. I know, I'm that guy. What we are testing here is the Zon Consortium's newest creation, a modified ARC-170, which sees the heavy laser cannons replaced by mass drivers, heavy repeating mass drivers. Now, still in test phase. I'll literally just make them. I also didn't hear the fucking sound effect play on. God damn. We'll have to figure that out. I want that sound effect. That, or we just need to turn down the music. We'll actually do that. It's still the same good old ARC-170 that you know and love. It still has the shields. It still has the astromech. It still has the tail guns, the proton torpedo, the ion pulse missile. But we replaced the SSN description. We replaced the...
Hey YouTube, did you know Dutch is obsessed with grundles? He talks about them all the time and writes down grundle in a book over and over.
That's you and your filthy donation messages, Grundle. I'll not have you spread such slander. Slander, we call it. Nah. But anyway, these things basically have the laser cannons replaced by rapid-fire machine guns. Now, they do 66% more damage overall, but the projectiles are slower, which makes this thing quite... They also don't penetrate shields. Which makes it quite bad in... well, quite bad. It makes it a lot less effective in dogfighting than the regular ARC-170. But it does have a substantially higher regular damage output. We'll see if we can get him to fire. Let's actually stun these so that we have a bit more durability on our... Starfighters, that is, of course. You know, they do just die, which is why we got to stun them with the ion pulse missiles. Can we see some firepower coming out of these boys? That'd be good. Oh, okay, we're seeing some of it. Just the mass driver firing sound. Interesting. I thought I definitely replaced the sound effect. Oh well, this is why we test things. Anyway, these do 66% more damage than the ARC-170 heavy cannons, which already do an ungodly amount of damage, as you know. These are stronger, but the projectiles are slower, which means they're worse at catching starfighters. They're not going to be as effective against starfighters, but when they do hit, they will hit for a crap ton of damage. Which makes him even better at... why does it move all that way? Is that the parent inherent speed? I thought... No, maybe. Yes. Must be parent inherent speed. Weird. I'll link the muzzle effect to instant so that we don't get that moving about of the fucking flash. I'm not seeing as much shit fly as I would like, gentlemen. Where are my machine guns? Basically very high caliber cannons, and they do a fuck ton. Like in this situation, this thing is even better than the oh god. That does a lot of damage. That does a lot of... These may actually be better than the Skipper at this point, except that they don't penetrate shields. And they're a lot less sturdy. But they're faster. But they don't penetrate... whatever. They're quite expensive. I decided to up the cost by 250 from 900 to 1150. And, you know, in large numbers, they're quite good. But as with all starfighters, they do just kind of die. In a previous test, I threw them at a pirate starbase and like 8-10 squadrons just vanished to some missiles. If you can dodge them though, it's pretty good. Oh, this thing now rotates as a turret. It spawns 2 of these assholes, one once and then another one in reserve. It now has a tractor beam, and all aggressors have the blast ability. All aggressors are now more expensive, their projectiles more effective, blah blah blah, whole bunch of things going changelog channel. Jared Sykes now has a unique texture. And other some such changes. Can be found in the changelog channel. Now, these don't currently have a unique mod. Oh, dude. See, this is a situation where they're never gonna hit these Tri-Fighters. Should they hit, they would do an ungodly amount of damage, but they're never gonna. They're never, ever, ever gonna hit them. They're also inaccurate.
Enemies incoming. ARC spoiled in attack position.
I swore I replaced it. I may have actually replaced it on the main. I may have... How fast with, like, 20,000 of these can we take down one Dreadnought? I mean, that's gonna be one very dead Dreadnought very quickly. Guaranteed. I was inspired by the Battlestar Galactica fighters. As is probably very obvious. Not sure if I really nailed the feeling, but... Of the weapons yet? Alright, what's happening with your fire particle? Why are we going every which way but the right one? It's probably because we needed linked to distance in some way. Would have thought that would have worked when we just set the parent inheritance speed. The muscle flashes aren't behaving properly, so that's why I'm looking at that. Yeah, that's... Is that Dreadnought dead? Oh, absolutely. By the way, you can almost build a skip race squadron for the cost of these. That many skip race would do the exact... Actually, they do it much quicker. They do it much quicker. This is just to give you a little bit of a choice in what you want. Try to wreck the enemy with. As we all know, the criminal underworld is consistent of 3 sub-factions. You have the Black Sun, the Huts, and then the Zon Consortium. Zon Consortium, of course, being the ones that experiment with all sorts of heavy weaponry like this. I actually have another unit like that. Alright, attack move and have fun, GLHF, boys. Yeah, we're definitely reducing flash. Oh, yeah. Fighters are no longer victory relevant, so you just win when the pirates only have starfighters left. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Wow, that went great. I lost 2 squadrons there. Now that was a complete over my type situation, but still, that was pretty good. If we throw it at Mandalore, these are all going to instantly die. Alright, that's it for the scope of the video. That's all I wanted to show off, really. There's a bunch of other stuff I'd like to talk about, but let's just keep that for some other time. Ladies and gentlemen, the ARC-175. ARC-170, but with mass drivers. Projectiles are slower, but they deal more damage. Less useful in the dogfight, more useful against ship-to-ship combat. Ladies and gentlemen, bye-bye. See you next time.